The Castle Brewery Friedenfels stands for excellent beer, old traditions, and a philosophy that has always been in harmony with the natural beauty of the popular region around Friedenfels. The love for the products and the ingredients in particular make great beers. The Castle Brewery Friedenfels only uses natural spring water from the Steinwald Nature Park and brewing barley cultivated on its own fields and malted especially for the beer production. The beers from the Nature Park Steinwald have won multiple awards. Their taste and quality convinced the juries. They have won DLG or German Agricultural Society Gold Awards, the European Beer Star, Selection Beer, and the Efferweisen Hell or wheat beer even won the gold medal at the World Beer Cup 2014 in Denver, Colorado. It convinced the beer experts in the category South German style Efferweisen Beer, where 78 beers were tested. The Castle Brewery is the centerpiece of the Friedenfelser companies. All the beers are brewed strictly following the Bavarian purity law. A lot of time is invested in the brewers and malters. Their training is not finished even after completing a 3-year internship. It takes decades to get the experience to be able to brew a good beer. A beer can only be as good as the ingredients it is made with. That's why the Castle Brewery Friedenfels only uses fresh water from its own springs that rise in the Steinwald Nature Park. Besides quality hops from the famous hops region Hallertau, the brewmaster relies on only using the best types of grains. Only malt from sun-ripened summer barley is used for the beer production. After harvesting it, the barley is malted especially for the Castle Brewery in a regional malt house. Quality is really important and is always checked when the barley is being delivered to the brewery's own warehouse. Quality checks, malt analyses, and optimizing the recipes is the foundation for good taste and consistent quality. At the brewery's malt storage, you can tell that tradition goes hand in hand with technique. Beer is being produced according to state-of-the-art technology, and historical machines are kept. They are not in use anymore, but make a well-preserved eye-catcher. The so-called mash is made from fine malt and pure water, and wort is gained. One of the most important controls is spindling the cast wort. The original extract determines the alcohol content the beer will have once it is finished. A lot of experience and knowledge about the brewing process is needed during this process. After cooking the wort and lottering, the beer can be pumped in the fermentation cellar. The beers are then stored in the cooling and fermentation cellars for some time before they are served. Among other things, the temperature and fermentation are checked on a daily basis to ensure a consistent quality and taste. Another important and fun control is the so-called Zwickeln. The brewmaster checks the taste, the color, and the foam of the beer to make sure it will be pleasing to the senses. Most of the Friedenfelser beers are filled into bottles. The first step in the filling process is controlling the bottles before they go into the washing machine. Wrong bottles, bottles that were knocked over, and bottles that still have caps on them are sorted out. After the bottles are cleaned, they have to go through another station, the bottle inspection. Damaged bottles or bottles which are still unclean are sorted out here. The filling station fills the bottles with delicious Friedenfelser specialties. Then the bottles are closed and labels are put on them. The Castle Brewery Friedenfels wants to provide their customers with maximum quality. That's why the brewmaster not only works in the brewhouse, but also in the laboratory. Samples of each filling are tested under the microscope in the in-house laboratory, and more samples of the same filling are sent to an independent external brewery laboratory to be 100% sure that the beers are of excellent quality. Different logistic processes take place in the Castle Brewery's big warehouse. On one side, the empty bottles are taken off the pallets, caps are removed, and the bottles are taken out of the cases. On the other side, filled cases are put on pallets and warehouse workers pick and pack the goods. It is very important that the order receiving department and the warehouse logistics department work together really well. The Castle Brewery Friedenfels does not only offer bottled beers and soft drinks, but also kegs. These are also tested on a regular basis to ensure constant quality, while the filled kegs are prepared in the warehouse to be delivered to the customers. Another team is cleaning the returned kegs and preparing them to get filled again. The many different Friedenfelser companies enable an economic and very remarkable ecological cycle. Wood chips from the sawmill are used as fuel to heat the companies and surrounding buildings. The computerized control system obtains best results. A couple of 100 meters away from the Castle Brewery, another really successful department can be found. The tent service department equips festivals of all sizes with everything that's needed. Beer tables and beer benches, tents, circulating coolers, glasses of different kinds, etc. Everything that is needed for a great fest. From the region, for the region, is the motto of the Friedenfelser companies. Friedenfels is located in the biggest connected forest of Europe, in between the Oberpfälzer Wald and the Fichtelgebirge on the southern slope of the Steinwald. Expansive woods, meadows and fields shape the region. People here are very proud of the title, Germany's smallest nature park, which the Steinwald has been allowed to carry since its foundation in 1970. The Castle Ruin Weissenstein is the landmark of the region and of the Friedenfelser companies. It is a popular hiking destination with an amazing view of the Steinwald. The family von Gemmingen-Hornberg is connected to the cultural and economic life in Friedenfels, and the Castle Friedenfels, with its well-known crest, is one of the landmarks in the picturesque village. A big part of Friedenfels citizens, but also people from other regions, have found a job in one of the Friedenfelser companies. The companies that include the Agricultural Trade Company, the Granite Factory, the Castle Nursery, the Village Store, the Sawmill, the Brewery Tavern, the Energy Supply Company, and the Hunting and Forestry Department are all under the roof of the Friedenfelser administration. Here, all the different processes and administration for all the companies are taken care of. The Castle Brewery Friedenfels, that has been standing for a great brewing tradition for more than 130 years, is leading the way. A tradition that has always been in harmony with brewing fine beer specialties according to the Bavarian purity law, profitability, the people from the region, and the beautiful nature around Friedenfels.